This stock can change early buyers' lives. This is not financial advice, but my research suggests it's a good idea to buy as much as possible before November 24th. The ticker is TDW Tidewater, and they do offshore marine support for oil and gas and wind farm installations, rigs, machinery. So they have boats and they help fix and maintain and get materials out there to build all of these oil and gas energy related projects. Now, the result on earnings was actually not good, which is a little head scratching. There is a similar ticker in the space that did have a good earnings reaction. So it's possible that Tidewater is just such a small company that there's been some buying activity based on that other companies, bigger companies' earnings reaction. And as medium-sized investors, maybe small investors, we get to take advantage of that opportunity. So it's not financial advice, but Tidewater is the ticker.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
So here's a little bit about this company. So vessel support for oil and gas and wind, and energy investment is a good place to be right now. So we can just sort of see the stock itself. It's not very liquid, right? 50 million or less a day. However, it is at an important level where the earnings reaction, as mentioned, the earnings was actually a miss, but there's still been buying, and the buying has persisted here and here and here. So, it's hard to see exactly on this chart, but if you can look closely, I know it's not fun looking at someone else's charts, so even get rid of the news, if that helps. Just to give a clearer picture of here's the earnings reaction, initially down and then buying, a little profit taking. It's a significant move there, and then more buying and more buying. So it looks like accumulation. Again, it's not a ton of volume. It's this is as little as $20 million, $25 million of volume. But if you look at a similar ticker, SMHI, which had a solid earnings beat, this one's just moving up, moving sideways now. Could you buy it up here? Maybe, but it's not really. It sort of has this level all the way back here, but it's just not as clean a setup to buy something that's already had a leg, already had another leg. And really, this is a pretty ugly candle here on the 12th. So that candle doesn't even coincide on the day the SPY went down, which is the 13th. So for that reason, it's sort of disconnected from the market. We don't know why the SPY went down here. Maybe it was that with the government reopening, there's going to be all this government data coming out, and we don't know if that data is good or bad, including for job openings. So maybe just some uncertainty there. Of course, we've gone on quite a run, and we did have several gap ups in a row. So it's not really clear, if this pattern is going to continue. These candles are reassuring in that they got back up, but definitely pretty scary at the time with how far they went down. So that's the SPY, and it's more reasonable, I think, smart to look at some tiny companies in the meantime that are setting up, and this one fits the bill for that, Tidewater. Now, a little bit more about just this sector in general. This is another company that's based in Norway. It's on the Norway Stock Exchange, or the Oslo Stock Exchange, whatever it's called. And they do similar stuff, surveying, subsea basically analysis to make sure you can set up an oil rig. But there's very few US tickers in this sector, which is kind of difficult, right? Just because you can't compare it to a lot of peers. They even have this private company that you definitely don't know anything about. And what I think you have to do is sort of separate the fundamentals for this from the chart, to be honest. It's great that there's some growth, that, getting $140 million of debt is very doable for some of these similar companies. So offshore, subsea, oil and gas, wind farm construction support vessels definitely is a significant market. Almost, 800 million of basically profit, EBITDA, for one of these companies. So it all sort of checks out, right? This isn't just a random just fly-by-night company. TDW is in a sector that's strong, and it's definitely a little unusual to have a big sell-off in 2024 and then go sideways 2025. I mean, 2025 has been very volatile in the beginning of the year, and that's not reflected here totally, but part of that is that this is just a smaller company in general, maybe 50 million a day. So I suppose it's forgivable. And if we look at its peer SMHI on a weekly chart, just to get another glimpse of this, it's the same sort of deal. Down in 2024, starting to go down part of the way into 2024. So it's reassuring that they look the same, because right now there's significant buying in SMHI. So hopefully TDW will be the beneficiary of that momentum as a sympathy play. And these levels look strong. So over 60 is an important level. So if you like these ideas, hit that like button. If you want a free course on how to buy stocks before they go up, hit that subscribe. I post that in the YouTube post section. And if you want one-on-one help, head over to stockscommunity.com. It's a free, it's 7-day trial for $25. It's not free. $25 helps just get people acclimated with their card on the platform, and it also helps keep bots out. So give it a try if you think that's worth it.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.